I apologize to absolutely nobody.
Okay, so I think a lot of us finally got our answer. So Tony Hinchcliffe, as you know, made the joke about Puerto Rico at Madison Square Garden, but nobody really knew what the fallout was, and nobody knew what Tony had to say other than something he posted on X real quick, but we finally have a full clip of his response. Now, this was taped actually the next day after the Madison Square Garden event, but we are now just seeing this. And we also have a clip of Joe Rogan confirming that people were ready to blame Tony Hinchcliffe if Donald Trump lost the election. So sit back, relax, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments about all of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, last night I gave a speech. I don't know if you've heard about this. It was a speech about free speech, believe it or not. And I'm currently under attack. I'm the news. I don't know if you guys know this, but on my speech on free speech, I referenced Puerto Rico, which currently has a landfill problem in which all of their landfills are filled to the brim. I guess I'm the only person that knew about this, unfortunately. And with that said, I just want to say that I love Puerto Ricans. They're very smart people. They're smart, they're street smart, and they're smart enough to know when they're being used as political fodder. And right now, that is happening. And I apologize to absolutely nobody. Not to the Puerto Ricans, not to the whites, not to the blacks, not to the Palestinians, not to the Jews, and not to my own mother, who I made fun of during the set. Nobody clipped that. No headlines about me making fun of my own mother. Perhaps that venue at that time wasn't the best fucking place to do this set at. But in any matter, to the mainstream media and to everybody trying to slander me online, that's what I do. I go hard, and that's never going to change. Who's ready for the best
He could go live in Puerto Rico. He could go live in Puerto Rico.
You know, there were stories that were ready to be published if Trump lost, blaming it on Tony.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Blaming it on that one joke in Madison Square Garden, where the facts is, and Tony will tell you, actually, Puerto Ricans voted 26% more for Trump, which is true.
They probably did.
Than ever before. Yeah. Well, people were fucking fed up. People were fed up.
I didn't even vote.
None of this makes any sense.
Okay, so I think we can officially say this entire fallout is over, and I'm with Tony Hinchcliffe on this one. I think a majority of Puerto Ricans or Latinos, everybody, they saw that as a complete fail from AOC and the Democrats, trying to put all the blame on Tony Hinchcliffe. Now, from Joe Rogan's point, I don't know if he was pointing to the Democrats or the Republicans as far as creating or fabricating these news stories about Tony Hinchcliffe if Donald Trump lost. I don't think anyone statistically and mathematically would even agree that because of this one joke that Donald Trump would lose because of it. I don't think anyone would have believed that, but I do believe Joe Rogan, where most likely there were stories written about Tony that would have portrayed him as the reason for Donald Trump losing. So anyway, this was some pretty interesting insight, and it was also interesting how none of this really came to light until after the elections. I think Tony was smart in pretty much keeping very quiet about all of this because I think he wanted to take away the attention from him and give it back to Donald Trump in a positive way.